Howdy, staff. Welcome to your Think Aloud practice. Okay, so let's get started. Our goals for today are the exact same goals. You'll notice here, these steps 1 through 7 are the exact same goals that are in your practice slide that were just above the link to this tutorial. So, in that slide, you have not only the quick breakdown, but you have access to the instructional playbook, and it will break all of that down for you. Yes, and much more detailed information. It also gives you some of the templates, examples, and then it has the checklist there for you. You'll notice the checklist is broken down into 3 sections. There's before reading, during reading, and then after reading. So all of that information is nice and handy there for you. Moving on, let's look at our goals. So in terms of actually doing a Think Aloud, this is how it plays out. The first thing you're going to have to do is pick a short passage because remember, you're just going to be modeling the behavior for them. You don't have to do this, for several or have to be like a several day unit activity. Then you're going to go ahead, again, this is all before you introduce it to the kids. You're going to find difficulties in the passage. And then you're going to make a list of ways to navigate those difficulties. Now, don't ever overwhelm them with suggestions. That's important. The easiest way to keep from overwhelming them is to think about what is your overall goal for the lesson and how does that feed into the overall unit skills you're trying to teach them. So, let's pause there on these first 3 steps, and I'll show you how I navigate this as an educator. I pick my short passage. This is an example of an actual activity I have the students do during our dystopia unit. They have the directions. They know what they're supposed to be annotating for here. And then I go through and I give them, I do the annotations and I also make comments here. This is my list of ways to navigate this. I do that via the comments section on the Google Doc with any expectation that I would have for them at that juncture in the lesson, in the unit that they should be doing, okay? So I've already done my steps 1 through 3. Then it says that we need to have copies of the passage and have the passage projected. Well, obviously we're doing distance learning, so we'll be navigating both of those easily through whatever, posting the assignment through Schoology. The students, for example, when they do this Harrison Bergeron activity, will be looking at a document like this, while I will be looking at and reading along and modeling the Think Aloud behavior, looking at a document like this. So we now have 1 through 5 completed. Now we've got to actually dive into the strategy. We've got to model the thinking out loud. When I'm doing this for students, I literally tell them, remember, they're staring at this, I'm staring at this. As I'm reading for them, I let them know, okay, y'all, I'm going to put on my student hat. I'm going to pretend like I'm you, sitting by myself, thinking about Miss Lucas and what she'd be saying to me as I read and what I need to be looking for in terms of my goals for the lesson and my goals for the skill that Miss Lucas says I should be learning, okay? It looks something like this, y'all. I tell them, here we go. The year was 2081. What we see here, I'm stopping, right? 2081. All right, okay, hold on. Now, I know that years, events, all of that goes back to historical context. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight that and make a note about the setting and this being historical context because Ms. Lucas is always on me about finding historical and cultural context. I know for sure it's the history because just before that it says the year was 2081. Okay, all right, okay, got my note for my historical context. Cool. All right, so the year was 2081 and everybody was finally equal. Okay, hold on, red flag. That's another thing that should be triggering my thoughts in terms of Miss Lucas. She always tells me that with this dystopian stuff, we need to be looking for what could be satirized. What's the thing that they're poking, that they might be trying to create a satire of in this dystopia? So I'm going to go ahead and, even though I may not be right, I'm going to go ahead and highlight that and make a little note. And even if I'm wrong, well, fine. I'll figure it out by the time I finish the story. But if I'm right, I've already got that note there for my annotation. Okay, so that's the end of me giving you the example of how I model a Think Aloud to them. Now, that shows you how to read the text out loud and to explicitly state what you're doing and why you're highlighting and what you're doing. And then I also showed you how you could point out words that trigger your thinking by putting on like your student hat and referring to it that way. In terms of this, again, back to Schoology and having passages and having this stuff for students to be able to access. Through Schoology, you can record yourself reading this. You can also record a tutorial video, much like what I've done. I've been doing mine through a YouTube channel I created. So feel free to contact me if you have questions about that. And then something else that's really great about putting in the work and doing this and having your teacher version that you can show them is after they have completed this assignment, you can show them yours. And it's a great basis for conversation because they'll pick up on things you may not pick up on or maybe have interpreted something differently. Anyway, it's a solid strategy, y'all. I can't wait to see what you do with it. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.